Welcome, dirty peasants, to episode 24 of the Wartwood Gazette podcast. This week we'll be covering a bunch of, I guess this is the last time we'll be able to just talk about speculation and whatever promo footage or trailer footage we had before season 3 starts. That's basically the this discussion of today's recording. Originally we wanted to do Cracking Mrs. Croker and Snow Day, but we got too much news, which I should have foreseen. But oh well, we'll save those season 1 recordings for later in the year. But I'm your host, Thematicon. I forgot to mention that. And joining me today, we have Pixels
Hello, we are in for a treat tonight.
and Nick.
What's up?
So I guess the format of the recording today, I'll go through the first 5 episodes we got through the October, I guess, solicitations. Yeah. So I'll cover we'll try and keep the discussion for that segment with whatever footage we have, and then whatever we can't really pin down, we'll discuss at the end, along with whatever few seconds of new footage we got from the finalized trailer of season 3. So we're going to start off with the new normal. The new normal premieres on October 2nd, and the description is that Anne and the planners get transport to Earth and try to adjust to a wild new environment. So, I guess to quickly summarize what we've seen so far, I think a bulk of the footage we've seen has come from the new normal. So we had all the
Yes.
the LA establishing shots, as well as in the very recent promo we had Anne getting reception with the 5G. So, and then also wherever we see Anne with her amphibia armor, we know that's from the new normal pretty much.
Yeah.
And I guess before I hand it off to you guys, the new footage, it showed us. We also had that brief 2 minute, not 2 minute, 2 seconds of footage from that Halloween Disney Channel promo where we had it had the planners running away from that new Frobot model
Into a freezer.
into a freezer, and that I think linked up a lot. I think that cleared up a lot of speculation we had 2 weeks ago.
Mhm.
And I guess my theory is that everything we see with the Frobo, the new Frobo model, is from the new normal, and I think we get maybe not a time skip, but excuse me. I think we'll have Anne and the planners reunite with Mr. and Mrs. Boonchoi, and we'll probably get after the commercial break, we'll get basically the next day where Anne gets her new outfit, and then that's when we see all the Frobo action happen. So Anne will try to fight him off, and then maybe succeed in the freezer, and then the Frobot will come back with those weird earth parts attached to him, and then I'm guessing it'll eventually lead to the junkyard fight that we saw in the trailer near the end. What do you think, Nick?
So you thought all those points were going to happen in the new normal?
Yeah,
I just gotta clarify. Okay.
I know you mentioned that you think maybe that the Frobot coming back might be in a different segment.
Yeah, I'm thinking because we haven't exactly seen which Frobo she's going to be fighting the junkyard, so I'm thinking because it looks like they got obliterated. From what I saw, it looks like they got completely obliterated. I mean, so I'm thinking maybe we're starting off with just like the standard Frobo model or something, like the ones we saw from True Colors. I'm thinking that. And then
Okay.
Andrews is going to try and put more effort into like developing a Frobo who will actually pose a threat. And that's why we see this one who's going to appear for multiple episodes. I mean, yeah, I'm thinking it's going to go down like that. So I'm thinking Hunter Fro. We also decided to call him Frobot, so I don't know. I don't even know. I'm just going to call him Frobot. So I'm thinking Frobot will. I think Frollo will probably make their debut in the mall episode. That's what I'm guessing. They'll make their debut in the mall episode, and then from there, that's when they're going to be a recurring villain.
So maybe, do you think? Actually, Pixels, what are your thoughts on like what we're gonna see in the new normal?
Well, we did see the first. Like, it was like a couple. I think it was last month. We saw like a 3-minute part of the first episode of season 3,
Right.
and we kind of got the whole premise of it. I do, because I do remember that we see, and still with her armor, finding one of the robots with the armor she still has on. So I was thinking maybe that maybe we do see the robots in the first episode, maybe like after a commercial break or something like that, and then Anne tries to stop it, but we did also see. I'm sorry, I'm trying to like connect everything because we got so much. We got the promo, we got the trailer.
Yes.
Within the span of hours.
Yeah, at least with the trailer, we got that like earlier, so we could like kind of
No, I
keep
thought
that in our
we had the
head.
promo.
Yeah, the
I thought we had
promo
the-
that just like threw us a bunch of stuff. Like,
No, I thought it was the promo first, then the trailer.
oh, I mean, like a few weeks ago, we got like most of the trailer.
Right. All right, that was a rough cut. Right.
Yeah, but I think like most of it stayed the same, with the
Still the
exception
same.
of
Yeah, I think they added some audio to some bits. They made things like sort of sync. I think they made the audio sync up better
They did.
than when they played the remix. So they had that. I mean, of course, then there's the stinger at the end, but we'll get into that later.
Yeah.
I was thinking because the new intro changed for season 3. So I was thinking maybe we do see that junkyard fight in the first episode. Who knows? And then maybe in the next episode, Anne has her new clothes. But I also want to connect to that, the little Halloween promo for the freezer. Maybe that could connect to Anne using her calamity powers there too inside the freezer. But who knows? So yeah.
Yeah,
We have
I
to-
think that's a guaranteed because uh Sprig and Polly had like the same outfit,
right.
and then like later we see them frozen, and then like they're going to freezer. So like I'm pretty sure
Yes.
those two scenes are connected.
Hmm.
But I think what makes me think that all the Frobot scenes happen in the first episode is that like later on, like we see Sprig and Polly eventually get their own separate outfits, but then we have like a couple of scenes where they're like both together under the trench coat. So my guess is that since later on we see uh we see scenes of like Polly in a different outfit in a different store, and then that's what I'm guessing is going to be the Hop Till You Drop episode.
Yeah, because we saw Polly wearing like overalls, right? Or something like that.
Yeah, I think. But before we talk about Hop Till You Drop, yeah, like there's a quick scene in the promo where like Hop and like they're all trying on clothes, but I'm guessing that's when they get their proper outfits. Or maybe that's part of the new normal too, where like Anne has to like take them out for something.
Yeah.
I just wish there wasn't so many outfit changes. Like I think it would be so much easier if they didn't have a different outfit in every single clip. Like Polly goes from overalls to like what is it, like a raincoat or something to a trench coat underneath Sprig.
Yeah.
Like it's just like Damn.
Well, they are
I'm
talking
trying to like
frogs in
pin something
LA,
down.
so
I'm just trying to pin something down here, but it's just. So we're talking about so hop till you drop then.
I mean, before we go to that, like I feel like Andrew is summoning the Frobot to Earth. I'm guessing that's going to be like my guess is going to be probably very early on or the halfway mark
yeah.
of the new normal, but maybe it might be just at the end. Because like we I think we kind of agreed that like the Frobot chasing the planners at the store is either in Hop Till You Drop or in the new normal. Unless like and I don't think they'd open up. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't because since Turning Point is linked to Hop Till You Drop, we don't know how like dramatic Hop Till You Drop could be. So
I was
Because I
also
think,
thinking.
yeah, because I think those two episodes do have sort of a connection. Like they're supposed to be like, the planters getting used to their new. They're like it's the planters getting used to their new environment, getting like home with them. I think it's sort of the same idea of Sasha and Grind being a Wartwood. Like they're trying to get used to being there too. But that's why I feel like. That's just why I feel like that idea is going to be separated from the new normal because I think that's where we're just supposed to like be focused purely on like them being at Anne's house, them meeting the Boon Choice. So I think it's just supposed to be more contained with just that small idea. Like I think we'll probably get like a couple just a couple fish out of water gags. The planters reacting to the fact that like there's I don't know like the internet. I don't know. We saw a bunch of things in the promo, but I don't know.
but
I just can't see them doing that much exploration until maybe some of the episodes later. Because I think the new normal, that's just us supposed to be getting to know the Boon Choice, and then I guess later leading on to the junkyard fight.
right,
So I
like
feel like, go ahead.
go ahead, Nick.
I mean, I just feel like this episode is because I just go back to the ending shot. I also believe the ending part of the trailer before the sting. Yeah, because I feel like that ending shot with like Anne's mom just like looking down at her, happy that she's here. I feel like that's also gonna be in the new normal. Like it just gives me.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah, it just gives me like those sort of. I don't know. It's I don't know how to describe it. I just feel like
If I want to add on, it's probably because we saw like the dad driving the car into the robot, and then her mom and dad are like had the power tools. Maybe that's probably in the new normal too. I'm trying to connect because it's at night, and we saw the junkyard fight in the intro at night, and I think we did see some of it in the trailer, so maybe that can also be in the normal as well.
Yeah, like I feel like I'm leaning more towards like all the Frobot stuff is in the new normal because I feel like for the season 3 premiere they're going to probably try and make it as like cinematic as possible, and then eventually like Anne has to reveal her powers, and then like all this Frobot drama and like it happens at different like settings. Like I feel like they wouldn't be able to fit all that in like an 11-minute episode with like I don't know. Like
I got a question.
yeah,
That's
Do you think that there will be like a time skip from like the Amphibia world into where they're at in LA, or no?
like a
do
time
you
skip
think?
between
Like a time skip between LA and Amphibia.
Oh, like they'll be occurring at like different times or something. Like
Exactly.
no, I think didn't Matt? Yeah, Matt said that Narnia time isn't a thing in Amphibia, so I think it's
Alright.
1-to-1. It's 1-to-1 right
Okay.
now. So yeah,
Because I was thinking like as soon as they get transported, and because Marcy, she got stabbed in True Colors. So maybe Andrew's just like so eager to, oh my god, my plan's in motion. It's time to release the hounds. That could probably be that can be in the normal too. People say, oh no, it's a little bit rushed. It's not rushed. And Andrews had that plan from the get go, ever since Marcy came into play. and he just used Marcy as his pawn. So
Oh, you know that scene where, because I feel like New Normal will have like the second half of the episode will take place the next day. I'm trying to look at the scene where Mr. Boonchoy like walks in on the planners, and then also when Anne is like brushing her teeth
Oh
and the
yeah.
mom is there. Like, do they have one bathroom, or are there like two different bathrooms? And then maybe like, because I'm trying to see if those scenes are both from the same episode, because it seems like Anne is just like readjusting to like life back
mean,
home.
Yeah, it's LA we're talking about, so I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they just have the one bathroom.
yeah,
No diss to LA, no diss to LA, of course, but yeah, I think that's really what's going on here. Like, yeah, like Anne's not used to like having a bathroom like this. I mean, I just love the look at Mrs. Boonchoy's eyes here. It just looks really funny, but yeah, I think that's what's going on here. Like, okay, I just noticed. Okay, what the. Oh, sorry. It just looked. Oh, yeah. I guess in one frame, the fire in her shirt disappeared. But anyway, like, yeah, I'm thinking that's what's going on here. Like, we're actually, I don't know anymore. Like, I feel like it can all take in one. I feel like it can all take place on one day too. Honestly, I just feel like this episode, it's just going to purely focus on them catching up with one another. Like, we won't have any sort of. Like, I just don't believe they'll have any sort of exploration of Earth until in some of the later episodes. I just feel like right here, we're just focusing on these characters, catching up, figuring things out, and yeah, then I guess somehow leading later into that junkyard fight. But I could see an episode I could just see a scene like this happening in maybe Hop Till You Drop. Like, I don't know. I mean, I'm ready to be surprised, honestly, but I don't know.
So should we start talking about Hop Till You Drop?
I guess so.
I guess like
yeah,
so.
let's go ahead and do it.
The description is that Anne brings the planners to the mall for a crash course in Earth survival. So I'm guessing that the scenes from this segment are going to be Polly tackling that baby.
Pop trying the ramen.
Pop up trying the ramen, and then
chat.
also that him saying like he wishes he could never leave that place. I'm guessing it's the food court.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, that's totally it then.
And then
And that's where we get to disguises.
yeah, and then since
Yeah.
like Polly has her own disguise, maybe Sprig looks like he's on on a tiled flooring, so maybe this is him at the mall too.
Boy,
That's kind of a stretch. Like I'm kind of stretching it, but like the one where he does like that 360 turn with his like body.
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Oh, I see. Yeah, what is he? He probably sees something that he thinks is cool, but yeah, I'm guessing that is Hop Till You Drop, and that's also where I'm guessing the freezer scene comes in, because like there is that shot of them running towards the freezer, and then of course them getting trapped in one with the Frobot. Then just looking overall.
I was thinking maybe it was the
Hmm.
promo.
Because then again, if it is,
It was
The
a promo
outfits-
where Polly tackled.
the outfits change.
Yeah,
See, that's
much.
what keeps tripping me up here.
Yeah, that's
Like,
why I keep thinking like trench coat, Sprig and Polly. That's from like the New Normal. Like and then because the mall looks a lot like smaller, so maybe the next day after they come back, they don't go to the mall, but they go to like a convenience store, and then that's when the Frobot shows up. Like maybe in the second half of the New Normal, like Andreas, like we get a scene with Andreas and Marcy, and then he like summons that to Earth, and then all that drama happens. But that's just a theory, a game theory.
In theory.
Damn. Why is Amphibia being so confused? Amphibia's being so confusing right now. I'm just gonna keep looking over all these clips.
Is that being confusing?
I
It's
mean,
just that Matt has so many. I'm just gonna say Matt already has this figured out. He knows what he's doing. I think the whole point of the many different types of wardrobes is just because it's funny, to be honest.
I can
mean,
see,
who-
yeah, I can see him being motivated by that, honestly.
I mean, Sprig wearing that beanie and that mask, he looks cool, to be honest. I mean, and he's probably like, and don't forget fan art. Fan art's another thing too. Maybe Matt got influenced by fan art, so
Oh yeah, we also have Sprig in that hoodie, like zipping up that like hoodie. I'm guessing that says pain, because I see the AIN.
Oh yeah, it probably is. Okay, another. Wait.
Oh wait, I think it's the same outfit.
Okay, because it
the
has
shirt,
like the same
stripes.
This
Yeah.
might be me stretching it, but it has like the same red. You know, like the same red dynamic. You know, like the same like I don't know what to call it. Like the same red background as that one scene of him like fighting that one guy that looks like Dr. Octopus. Might be me stretching a lot though. Let me just look over it. Oh, I mean, it looks sort of. Nah, no, it's not the same.
what are you talking about?
Yeah, I guess it's not the same, but I don't know. So let me just say, so hop till you drop. I think. I still believe. I think this is going to be one where they haven't completely figured out their outfits yet, and that's why they're in trench coats. I think they might figure out their outfits in Adventures in Catsitting where they have to go on their own. But since we're just focusing on hop till you drop, I'm thinking like, yeah, this is one where they're just trying to hurry around and just explore Earth, learn about it, figure things out. Because I mean, we see them trying out multiple different things, right? I mean, like Sprig, he looks amazed at something. Hop Poppy's trying out the food. Polly, I'm not sure about her yet, but
I was thinking that the Polly would be the Adventures of Catsitting. That would be her episode.
yeah, the one where she's tackling the baby. I mean, that's the same outfit in Adventures. Yeah. It does. They do have to, so I'm thinking it's sort of. I just love the fact it's what the planters are wearing that will like sort of lead us to the right answer. But I'm thinking that's where I think that's really what we can use to differentiate them. Just the different outfits they have. I'm thinking right now it's just. I think right now the trench coats. I think right now just the trench coat. That's just going to be something that they're quickly throwing on to go explore Earth and learn about it and just arrive. So right now, yeah, I'm thinking freezer scene. That's in hop till you drop. Pop eating Thai food eating. I'm just gonna guess that as Thai food, but yeah, hop eating Thai food. Oh, ramen. Okay, well, yeah. So hop eating ramen. I'm guessing that's in hop till you drop. So that's what I'm putting my money on for this.
You're gonna make me rich, Nick.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I'm just saying, like, it's just weird for them to like. Why if it's not that case, like, why the constant switch from like trench coat to like actual clothing?
But I don't think it's a con switch. I think the trench coat is like the prototype.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's their original outfit in Hops. No, because think about it. Where are they going to get their clothes from? I mean, these don't look exactly. I don't think Anne's going to have clothes. That's what I'm trying to get. I don't think Anne's going to have clothing that fits them, right? So I'm thinking they're going to have to go to the mall to get. So maybe. So here's I got.
You just realized you're supporting my trench coat theory.
Oh my god.
So maybe they're trying on outfits in Anne's room because they realize, okay, we need to start exploring Earth and figure out how to get back home. They realize, oh wait, these don't fit us, and then they're like, okay, let's go. Then Anne's like, oh, I got it. Let's go to the mall to get you clothes that fit you. And then she also says, oh yeah, I can also show you how to survive on Earth by doing that. So I'm thinking it's going to be like that. That's why they're going to the mall to get clothing that fits the planters. Because think about it, Anne's not going to have any clothes that fit the plant. I mean, that fit the planters. I mean, Christ. Well, okay, maybe they can get hand-me-downs, but I don't know. It's like you just look at Sprig. Are they going to give a baby a beanie?
You're so happy over this.
Where do you get that beanie? Where do you get that? Really, the shoes? Really, like the hoodie?
Right. Like I agree with you. I agree with you that they get the clothes from Hop Till You Drop, but I'm saying that the trench coat scene, that's from the new normal.
Nah. It'll happen at the end. Wait.
And that leads to the museum.
Oh, hold on a minute.
You're right though, but
It's like,
no.
oh, you just confused yourself.
Maybe you're right. Maybe okay, because then like this very beginning, there's a shot of Sprig.
Take it easy. Take it easy. Take it easy.
Oh no, I'm fine. I'm just thinking. Because yeah, there's a shot of Sprig breaking his neck right there, and he has the new clothes. So, I'm not sure anymore.
Oh my god.
Wait, no, that could be Adventures in Catsitting though. Oh, there's nothing stopping it because hold on, it's the yellow tiling, right? Then let me check the trailer. So if you guys want me to spout off my speculation, I got you right here. Let's see this.
Like, I feel like
It's not the same tiling, but
should
I'm holding on to it.
Do we need to talk about Turning Point? I feel like
oh yeah.
I mean, we just have the one. There's like nothing we got. We just have the one shot. I don't. Okay. Well, two things. Sasha falling out the window. Sasha. Well, not two. Oh, I guess three things. Sasha. She brings out her sword, declares stuff, steps on her journal, and then she gets thrown out of the window. That's all we got for Sasha in the trailer.
Yeah, I think we discussed it. We pretty much like covered everything like last week. Like this promo, this description really didn't change how we thought the episode would play out.
Yeah, pretty much just like confirmed our thoughts at this point. Like we didn't really add anything new to it.
Yeah,
so I can make me go on like a clothing rant, like hop till you drop dead.
Yeah, I can't. We're gonna find out next week though. It's all that long.
Yeah,
we're gonna find out.
I'll admit.
Well,
if
Nick is vindication, I'll be getting vindication from this.
2 weeks from now.
You made me think so hard about what the planners are going to be wearing. I'm going to get vindication.
But I mean, it'd be pretty fun to see that, like, just by seeing what like Polly and Sprig wearing a trench coat helps you determine how the new normal is going to play out.
Yeah.
Wow.
Big brain.
Big brain move.
Let me just because it's okay. Check it out. It's the same green stripe. It's the same like light green, dark green striped shirt that Sprig has. He's zipping up a hoodie over it, and let me see. Okay, and he has a different colored. Like now it's like a jacket. Now it's like a red jacket. So he went from a green. No, so he went from like a dark blue hoodie to a red jacket, or not a red jacket, a red hoodie, whatever. So I don't know maybe they're trying on outfits. Maybe maybe it's like one of those scenes where like I hope they do that. You know what I'm talking about? One of those movie scenes where they try on different outfits and the characters are just like, no, until they get the perfect one. That's what I'm thinking that's going to be happening here.
Yeah, that's certainly like speed
most likely.
But I guess Hop's going to be stubborn though, because he's the only one who doesn't change, right? Like he's still wearing that stupid disguise.
Yeah, with like the fake nose and like his design will like stay constant.
Yeah, he's the only constant here. I can only trust Polly and Sprig with this. I just love the fact that out of the entire family, Sprig has the most drip out of the family. He's the only one I'd be like, God damn, Sprig. He's the only one out of all of them here.
All right, enough about the fashion talk of these frogs. Turning point.
So, turning point. Sasha and Grime escape from Andreas and hide out in Wartwood. So this is probably like the most like straight to the point description you have. Like we're probably gonna get the episode's gonna start off where we left off from True Colors. We're going to see how like Sasha and Grime get rescued or how they escape, and then I'm guessing we'll get a montage of them heading back to Wartwood. Like just traveling throughout the land and like seeing if there's like if any talk spread about like what Andreas or what like what's become of Newtopia. I think Sasha's like declaration that she kind of pulls out her story. I think that'll be done near the like in the final act of that segment. But like other than Sasha, we don't get a lot of Wartwood or any Wartwood at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't look like we're gonna have like a. Because I mean, I guess it still makes sense that they're doing it because I mean, this is. I guess like the main draw of the show now is the fact that now we have a frog fam on Earth. Like what's supposed to be hyped up right now is the fact that we have a big reversal of the status quo, right? Like we're taking Amphibia to Earth instead of Earth to Amphibia. So I guess it does kind of suck we didn't see that much of Amphibia, but I think I'm fine with it. But if I had to give my thoughts on like what's going on here, I agree with what you said. There's probably going to be a montage of them getting back to Wartwood. Then we're going to have the journal scene, and then I think at the end maybe Sasha will make some kind of like, I mean, we should make some sort of like declaration. So I think it's going to be like that. Maybe she's going to declare that she'll protect Wartwood or something to own up for her mistakes. But honestly, I'm not sure. But I think pretty much what you said, Thumb, is I think it's 100% fact here.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you think Sasha knows about what happened to Marcy?
I mean, she was there for it.
I mean, maybe like Sasha will try and like grab Marcy, but then like
Yeah.
there's too much going on, and then Grime
In
just
a
like throws her out
normal.
the window. Yeah.
Okay,
Hmm.
but it's too late then.
Yeah, it's going to be too late by then.
All right.
So I just love the fact that Grime, it looks like he's having like the time of his life. Like Sasha just saw one of her friends get stabbed, and he's just like jumping out the window, a huge fat grin on his face. Which I guess it's not out of character for Grime because he's always been like that, but damn. It's like at least read the room, Grime.
Yeah, and then like we'll get. Yeah, I feel like they're going to condense. Like we're going to have a quick montage of them getting back to Wartwood, trying to like comprehend the events of like True Colors. Then middle half will be them like pulling up to Planner House. I guess like Grime and Sasha they'll like think that's like their cover. They'll use that to hide out, basically. But then eventually, I'm guessing something. If Sasha's pulling out her sword, that means there's some sort of like conflict happening. Which
Right.
either maybe it's the town of Wartwood, but then since it's outside the gate, I'm guessing she's defending them from something else.
Like some sort of like invasion or something. So I'm thinking, yeah, actually, maybe
Bog.
because but there's also the question of how they get to Amphibia, like because what sort of travel are they gonna have? Like, is Joe Sparrow going? Because if it's Joe Sparrow, then maybe they can get there in like less than a day. But if it's any other form of travel, like we might be talking like 2 or 3 days before they finally get back to Warwood. Or I mean, hell, they could take as long as the Planters did. Like there could be some sort of time skip right in between the turning point and whatever episode comes next.
Right.
So there's also that question here. So damn.
So they could use if they don't have Joe Sparrow to fly back to Wartwood, they could use Turning Point as like basically time passing as a time skip.
Yeah.
A few days between Earth and Amphibia.
Yeah, it would give like Anne more time to, just spend time on Earth, I guess. Yeah.
And I guess this is a good time to talk about like Thai Feud.
We have
Arson.
Spring tries to get rid of a food truck that's threatening the family business.
I 100% believe right now it is the FBI because we have that shot of them in the intro, an ice cream food truck. I'm thinking it's that because think about it. It's summer, it's hot. People want ice cream to cool off. Think about it, Thai food. It's notoriously spicy, right? Who's going to want spicy food in the summer? They're gonna think. Then we turn around. We have an ice cream truck. That's perfect competition right there. It all lines up right there. It all lines up, and I love it.
Yeah, we will get like a car chase basically, but it looks like Anne is like focused. Actually, no, never mind. Just if Anne's focused on the road, it doesn't matter what's in front or behind her. Like she's just focused on the road. But
no, plus we have the promo where they're freaking out.
Yeah, like
it's just Anne's face. It's even funnier than Spriggs. I love the fact that even so much has changed in season 1, they've never taken away the dumb faces. Like that's at least remained constant in the show, and I love it for that.
Yeah,
right.
The expressions.
God. They're the best.
I just can't get over their dumb faces because Anne's doing the Muppet face, right? The Muppet face that the Planters have been famous for.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, it looks like the scene's happening at night.
Yeah. So, yeah, it does beg the question. I'm thinking, okay. All right, here's me guessing how the episode's going to go down again. All right. Skipping the obvious. All right, we're going to go. Here we go.
Go ahead.
I'm thinking Anne's going to notice that Sprig's been acting suspicious because he's been trying. I'm thinking it's going to be a montage, right? There's going to be a montage of Sprig trying to screw over the other ice cream truck, but failing, and then he's going to try one big scheme, right, at night when everyone's asleep and stuff. But then Anne's going to catch him, and then it's going to somehow lead into this. Boom. There's another prediction.
Oh, it's gonna lead into like emotional moment of like Sprig.
Well, more like just a chase down, I guess. More like just a chase down. I mean, it's a sprint episode too, man. I mean, we never know. Like, I feel like it's a coin flip on whether or not it's gonna be. It's either just gonna be a dumb, goofy episode between the two, or an emotional moment that's gonna make the whole fandom cry. It's always a coin flip with that.
Yeah, that's a good point. And then maybe like if it is the FBI chasing them down, do you think they'd reveal themselves here or like in a future episode?
That's a really good question. That's a
good question, actually.
Because FBI stuff could probably take out like we'd probably have to introduce the science girl too, so that might have to. Maybe we'll get a separate FBI episode, but then like here, like in Thai Feud, maybe like at the very end we get the FBI like reveal, and that like sets up a future segment.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, it could easily be like I mean, it's me forcing in another idea, but like it could easily just be a Frobo like messing up their plans and hunting them down right there. Like I mean, I'm guessing it is the FBI, but like it could very easily just be some kind of Frobo appearing and just getting away with their plans, and that's why they're freaking out at the moment. I mean, honestly, yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping it's what you said though, that it's just the FBI, then we get that stinker of them at the end, introducing all the different characters. I'm hoping it's like that.
Pixels, any other thoughts for Thai Feud?
No. It could be the FBI. I'm not sure. Maybe we just see another truck chasing them, and we don't know who it is, and we'll just see. Maybe at the end of the episode, we'll find out. Oh, it's this guy who works for the FBI. Something like that.
Oh, so like just like some random truck starts chasing them, and then Anne and Sprig are just like trying to avoid it, and at the end we get the FBI reveal.
Yes, it's not a bad idea. It could happen.
Interesting.
But Nick also had a good idea too of how the episode's going to be formatted.
Yeah.
For Thai Feud, but
it's just classic Sprig shenanigans. Like I'm just going off what Sprig usually gets up to.
Yeah, but that reminds me of the family fishing trip. Oh, sorry, Pixels.
I was gonna say Sprig could commit arson first, and then that.
The return of Arson Sprig.
Yes.
Well, I think you were going to make a point. I think you were going to make a point about it.
I'm trying to. What was I going to say?
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. I interrupted you.
No, we interrupt each other all the time. It's fine.
Yeah, I think that's all I got for Thai Feud. I think I was just going to bring up Nick had the general like idea.
Oh yeah,
Sprig, it's a montage of Sprig trying different schemes, kind of like a family fishing trip.
Yeah, because he does it all the time. It's always because there's always every time there's a Sprig standalone episode and it's him being a little shit. There's always that montage of him being a little shit. Like I'm thinking it's just gonna follow the trend here. Just think about it, like just family fishing trip.
Cracking Mrs. Croker.
Yeah, Cracking Mrs. Croker. Croker punishment. It's or we can say what is it? The planners check in every single time. Every single time it's a Sprig episode. There's always that one montage of them.
Yeah, that's true. I think we'll get that. So I guess we can talk about adventures in Catsitting. So the planners volunteered to take Domino to the vet. And so I think this episode is going to be basically the planners have like a rough idea of how Earth like functions maybe Anne has taken them out a few times at this point, and they're like confident. They think they're confident enough to do this, while Anne and the Boon Choi parents have to do some other task. So this is probably like the planners' like first test of whether they can like function without Anne, and then they're gonna stumble, they're gonna fail, and then they're gonna make up for it, and then maybe they'll tell Anne. Either they tell Anne what happened, or Anne or Anne like they have to like rely on Anne to like come and rescue them, or they don't tell Anne at all of like the wacky shenanigans they got into. But I feel like that last option's like unlikely since the planners are like too honest.
Mhm.
But maybe I know since they have their like fitting outfits. Maybe Polly tackling the baby happens in that scene, but for sure that very first that very first like clip we see in the promo, the season 3 promo, where it's like Polly's like a ball of yarn kind of, and Domino's like after her. I'm guessing maybe Polly does that intentionally to like grab Domino's attention,
Right.
to like try and lure like Domino 2 back to like I'm guessing like Domino 2 will get like loose and then they have to like chase her down.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
like Polly will be like the bait. Oh
Yeah,
wait,
because she even has like a string sticking out of her. So
yeah, like a ball
yeah,
of
that makes a
yarn.
lot of sense. Yeah.
And
Mhm.
and Nick, like this kind of helps like support your theory because like the tiles
Let's go.
on the tiles on the like sprig turning and then Polly on the floor are the same, so they could be from the same
There
episode.
we go.
No,
Yeah.
There we go.
that's still I'm still not. I'm
You're
still relying
converting.
on like the trench coat being in the new normal. That's they can be two different
We'll see. We'll see.
things.
We'll see about that. Man, I'm just thinking. I think you're absolutely right. I think you're absolutely right about Adventures in Catsitting. Yeah, this does. Yeah, it's going to be interesting though, like seeing them lead an episode without Anne's presence because we've never really done anything like that before, have we?
Gone like yeah, so this is probably like the first time where like
Yeah.
the planners are operating on their own without Anne with them since probably Anne or Beast.
Oh, that's wow. Damn. See, that's why it's gonna feel odd though. Like, imagine this Imagine like this. Imagine like the planter family dynamics without Anne being there. Like, woof. It's gonna be interesting though because we've never really seen them lead an episode all together. So I'm hoping this is one that fandom appreciates. You know, I don't want that, and because these are like golden nuggets. I feel like people have to appreciate these type of episodes because I doubt we're ever going to get another one where it's just the planters goofing off of each other throughout the whole episode. But back to what I gotta say about predictions here. Honestly, I'm just agreeing with what you said here. Yeah, I think Domino's going to get loose, and then they're going to have to figure out a clever way to get Domino back under control. I'm not sure how it's going to lead to the daycare, with Polly tackling another baby, but
I don't think it's a daycare. It
think-
looks like a Build-A-Bear workshop parody because it's called Construct a Carnivore.
No, I was thinking that would be for the
oh,
mall.
no, yeah, I don't. Yeah, look at the right entrance. No, look towards the right. Like, look at the sign under there. It looks like actually, yeah, it does look like this could be in a mall. Actually,
That's what I'm saying. That could be in
Yeah.
the mall episode.
but no, I heard that.
I love that.
That little laugh.
Come on.
That little evil laugh. I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore. I just don't know anymore. Let's see here. I just don't know anymore at this point. God dang it. Let's see.
Next.
Honestly, you're probably right. Okay. Well, no, I'm not. I'm not giving in yet. I'm not giving. I'm still fighting the good fight. I'm not giving in yet.
We'll see.
Gotta go down the list. I'll eventually prove it.
Pixels, any thoughts on
No, just
Adventures of
I
Cat
kind of
Sitting?
just Catsitting. The promo and parts of the trailer kind of speaks for itself. And yes, that scene of Polly tackling the baby is probably at the mall, not at the but there are vets
But
in the mall.
yeah, but why would they go to the mall like that? Like,
Yeah, what would they go there again?
oh wait, but
Wait,
then
they could
also
just
it
go
looks
there
like
again.
maybe
Yeah, hold on a
Domino.
minute. Yes, let's go.
No,
Pixels,
no, no, no,
you're
no,
a
no.
genius. Nope,
Oh,
nope. He's a genius.
Okay, okay. Remember we got
They
that
could just
scene.
be going.
Wait, hold on. Remember that
Veterinarians could be in the
scene
mall.
where the planners are outside with Domino 2 in the cage, the bird flies over, and then like remember like Sprig also did they cut out the scene where Sprig releases the frog?
um.
Wait.
Oh
Oh,
shit!
they
Oh
did.
shit!
Oh no! It's there.
Is there?
Thank God. We need that precious little scene. That scene can't be cut out.
It
Yeah, it's still there.
can't.
It's still there. It's still
It
there.
can't be cut out.
Yeah, it's still there.
Okay, so maybe like seeing like a frog for the first time there like distracts them, and then that's when like Domino 2 like rushes out and then maybe goes
Ooh.
into like
Okay.
into that
Yes.
Yeah,
to
that's
that
when they get
store.
loose.
Now we're thinking.
That's really smart. Okay, that's pretty smart.
And then like
Bummer.
and then they like have to like Polly becomes like uses her spin dash move to like lure Domino 2 out of the
Spin dash.
store.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you there. Yeah, that's probably what could be. I mean, yeah, I already went over this last week, but wasn't no 2 weeks ago when we went over like trailer originally. But I think this is really gonna be one of those parts that just shock the planters into realizing that they really aren't home. Like they are in a completely different dimension. You know, just seeing something so familiar yet so odd. Like I feel like this is going to be one of those big moments. I'm gonna look forward to like trying to analyze the scene when we get the whole thing.
So I guess we can move on to fight at the museum. So Anne and the planners try to rob a museum. That's like the fact that Anne and the planners like all like are
They're
on the
committing
same
crimes.
they're all on the same page about like committing crime and robbery. Like I'm
Oh,
guessing it's for
man.
something important. Probably something box related. Probably something Amphibia related.
I was gonna say the book. It could be something with the book.
Maybe.
Yeah, I guess the question is just what, because this is probably I agree with you there. I think it probably will be a lore related episode here. Like there's going to be something that has to do with Amphibia's deeper mysteries being here. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, and we didn't
I
get
wonder-
much footage on that.
But
Other
it's just
than
like
meeting
fight.
Dr. Jan.
Yeah, it also says like fight at the museum. So you think this is? I mean, we didn't really see. But do you think this is going to be another Frobo showdown?
Maybe
So, I mean,
not,
it does emphasize the.
maybe not
Oh, go
Frobo
ahead.
exactly, but another type.
I was thinking, museums usually have like backgrounds of like ice when to depict like the ice age. So maybe, that fight.
Oh, the Ice Cube fight with Frobo?
Yes.
But like I feel like we already got that like that quick like 2-second thing where like they're running into the fridge.
Oh, right. Right.
Yeah, that 2-second Halloween clip really
Jesus.
Oh,
Mess with
yeah, I
me.
forgot about that. I forgot we had that.
Cause originally I thought that like Frobo would show up in the freezer at like Fight at the Museum, but then like that 2-second promo clip just like threw everything off for me.
Yeah, basically.
Mm.
Same here. Like my thoughts, like if every piece of information that comes out about season 3, my thoughts just get thrown off. Yeah. Yeah, I guess we don't have that much on Fight at the Museum. And we do have the shot of Anne being surprised by the curator, Dr. Jan, but yeah, I don't think we have. Yeah, I don't think we have. Yeah, I think that's just it for Fight at the Museum. Honestly, we don't have that much left for the episode.
Yeah. So I think
Yeah,
I think we can talk about temple frogs.
right,
Yes.
Temple Frogs. Yeah, this was okay. This was a pretty fun because I remember. Like, did we say last time we thought that this would be the Yunnan and Livy episode? Like, did we ever say that? I can't
Yeah,
remember.
because
but-
like
Yes.
my rationale was that like maybe Disney censors wouldn't allow Matt and the crew to have like a bunch of fighting happen at a place of worship. But then we get that quick clip in the promo where we see Anne and the planners like probably like tired after fighting a bunch of robotic like insects in front of like that Thai temple. So yeah.
Yeah, it looks like some crazy shit happened that day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that also like relates back to the season 3 intro where we had like a bunch of
Oh,
like
yeah.
dragonflies, I guess.
Yeah,
Fly over.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah. That's. I feel like that's definitely gonna be the temple episode. Then we see here. Yeah. There's that last shot in the promo of them just, I guess, like breathing heavily after a big fight. But I see that Polly lost her outfit. Yeah, Polly lost her outfit here.
Yeah, like Sprig lost his hat, Hop Hop
Yeah.
lost his hat.
Yeah,
They all
his
lost
fake
their
nose,
hats.
too.
And then Anne has a ponytail.
Yeah, I wonder why. Just like a random design change right there. But I guess just based off the posing here, from what we've seen before in this show, I'm guessing like this shot sort of telling us they just did something completely crazy in front of an audience of people or something. Because I mean, there's no way that they're going to be able to do all this alone. Like, they're at a place of worship. There's probably going to be multiple. There's probably going to be multiple Thai Americans at this Thai temple. So I'm thinking that's like what's lined up here.
Yeah, it looks like they're all like it looks like a tired action pose, and then like
Yeah.
when they like and then eventually it'll like zoom out to like everyone staring at them.
Yeah.
It could be what's that famous like movie theater in Hollywood?
No idea.
Yeah. No clue.
It's like the shape is like it looks like a temple. It could probably resemble that, or it could be like they're like near Hollywood behind a movie set of like a temple, like a kung fu movie, and something like that happens.
But then did I talk about the promo like the Boonchoys take the planners to the Thai temple, and then also like in the scheduling it mentioned that like Anne's parents are like part of the episode too. So I'm pretty sure it's like an actual like Thai temple.
I mean, I think it definitely will be one.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, this is also going to be a nice episode just to see these two different families bond. Because I think besides the new normal, we won't get that chance to really see these two different families interact that much. Because it looks like in all the other Earth episodes, it's just going to be Anne running around with them. Because, Hop City Drop, Anne brings some planters to the mall for a crash course on Earth survival. Okay, I guess Thai Feud. It could be we might get some minor interactions there, but I feel like it's ultimately going to be a Sprig episode. Adventures in Catsitting, that's just the planters themselves. Fight in the Museum, we just went over that. So yeah, I think Temple Frogs. That's gonna be another good chance for them.
Yeah,
Right.
it'll be a nice time for like Anne and the planners and the Boonchoys. I'm just gonna call them the plant choice, like
The
bonding.
plant choice, love it.
Like it'll be a good time for like them to learn about Anne's parents. Because like I think outside the new normal, we wouldn't really get a lot of
Yeah,
interaction.
there aren't going to be. Yeah, there aren't going to be a lot of episodes that just focus on these two families interacting with one another. It's true.
at least until I think, because it seems like the new normal, they'll have the planners at home. Hop till you drop, it'll probably just like go straight to the mall. Feud, they won't be at home. Maybe they'll be at the restaurant instead.
That's true. Okay. Not to distract us. Okay, I feel like I keep distracting us away from just like away from just guessing what's going to happen because I'm just like I just gotta bring up. I just wonder though, like, how will they react to like how will they react to Anne? I don't want to say like she's sneaking around them, but like how will they react to Anne? Making plans outside of their just outside of their vision here, like.
That might be a point in Adventures in Catsitting.
Yeah. Because that might be the one episode where Anne won't be able to get away from them or something. It just makes me because we have Anne and the planners committing a crime inside the museum. Like that could easily go wrong and have the Boonchoys find out what they've been getting up to or something. Like they can. We don't know 100% yet, but. It just doesn't feel like the Boonchoys are going to be, completely involved in like the mission that Anne and the planners are on.
That's true.
Yeah.
And I know like Anne's parents, like they're credited in the scheduling. It's listed like I think on Brawley. She's listed as like a guest star in the first episode and Temple Frogs. But like I think someone brought up that could just be like a crediting thing among like actors where they can't like do it every episode or something. Like some kind of logistics in that aspect of scheduling, crediting.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. Like we can't like we don't know how like we don't really 100% know how they go about deciding who should or shouldn't be credited for an episode based on what. So I feel like we can trust when they say an episode when they say a character will appear in this episode, we can absolutely trust that. But besides that, I don't know. Like I don't know how much we can really just believe in it.
So I guess Pixels, any like other thoughts for Temple Frogs?
No, not really.
Okay, then I think we can go on to fixing Frobo, where Polly tries to bring Frobo back to life. So, like, from the looks of it, 5 episodes in, we'll probably touch on the Frobo just the Frobo, like, pretty much addressing what happened to him.
Yeah.
And I know we got the scene in the trailer where we talked about, like, Polly is talking to those, I guess, mechanics.
Mechanic girls.
Yeah, and then also, we had that shot of, like, maybe Polly, like, pulling the switch for the first time and, like, trying to resuscitate Frobo.
Yes, but also the poster.
Yeah, and also there's the poster, and then there's also, like, the final scene of that promo we got where, like, Anne and Anne's friggin' Hop Hopper in the backyard surrounded by, like, parts,
Oh yeah,
like, parts that resembled what was on Frobo originally, like, dancing, and then, like, Mr. Boonchoy's just freaking out about the backyard.
He's like, what happened to the back?
What happened to the backyard?
And, like, like, Hop Hop, Sprig, and Anne look like they're they're G-rated drunk.
I just got an idea. I just got a thought.
Yeah. It looks like they've had a long. Yeah, looks like they've had a long day. I can't predict anything here, honestly. I have like no clue what might have happened today. Maybe Frobo went rogue by accident. And they had a fight or something, or I'm not sure, honestly.
I just got an idea or a thought.
Oh, go
Maybe
ahead.
we saw that the parents saw Anne, go Super Saiyan. Maybe this is where we see the episode in fixing Frobo, because most likely where you get material to fix some stuff is at a junkyard anyway. So what? Maybe Polly, Anne, and the planters and the whole family help with fixing Frobo.
Like, maybe, because, like, I feel like that
It's not a
shot we
bad
saw,
idea.
that shot we saw of, like a kind of like a full body shot of, like, Polly's version of Frobo. It had, like, stuff like a colander and a soup can, so it felt like maybe it was just, like, Polly trying to grab whatever the Boon Choice had, like their washing machine, I guess,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and like a colander
Washing
too
machine.
for like Frobo's like shoulder pad. It's like a colander and then like a soup can. So it feels like Polly was just putting like whatever she had. But like what's like throwing me off is that if the segment's 10 minutes and we see like she's on like a Zoom call with like the mechanic girls, like were they introduced in this episode? Were they introduced like in an earlier episode?
Most likely it'll be earlier.
Yeah, I think that might be the case here. Maybe we'll.
Like, is the episode going to start off with like Frobo already like assembled and like off screen Polly did all this work? Or like is this gonna happen maybe is this like the second half, like the start of the second half of the segment where like after Polly met those girls, she like got the inspiration to like put Frobo together like this off screen, and then like second half is like the hijinks that happen from there.
Wow.
Because it just makes me think, like, I want to go with what you said, but I'm just thinking, like, when would Polly get the chance to meet these girls? Like, just based off all the episodes that came out before, but like, no, but just like, and then the episodes that came out beforehand, like, when would we get a scene of Polly in overalls on a Zoom call with these mechanics?
Right.
Like, when, if we're going on the idea that they're introduced in a previous episode.
Maybe the new normal, because like it might make sense for them to be
everything's in the new normal.
yeah, but like it makes sense. Like if it's like a 22-minute episode, like that would be a good time for like the writers to like subtly
Yeah.
like introduce a bunch of like key characters. Like maybe like after that explosion happens, like we see like a glimpse of the FBI agents or something. Like
imagine how funny it would be if they made it so like all the key characters. This is just a dumb idea. Imagine if they made it so all the key human characters reacted to the big explosion. Like, huh? What was that? Like, it's like every single one, every single point of one for this season.
yeah, I think the new normal's gonna like solidify a lot of things for us. Actually, no, it won't because like because not worst case, like in the case where a lot of the scenes were like trying to figure out are from what episode, and like half of them end
Right.
up being from the new normal, then we know even less about like the other segments.
Yeah. I mean, it just feels like I'm being thrown off like left and right here. I feel like the more I figure out, the more I end up finding out I don't know. Like we still don't have an explanation for why Hop Hop gets shot at. Like, what episode could that be in? Like, what episode could he get a golf cart at night and just drive around and then get shot at?
Yeah, that's. He's in the middle of the road too. Like,
Yeah. There's a bunch
Which
of
is funnier.
Yeah, there's a bunch of buildings by it too. Yeah, poor guy. What is he? What is he doing? I'm just gonna guess that's probably gonna be a later season 3 episode. I think some of these clips will probably just end up being later on.
yeah,
Like, you know, I mean, like all the Marcy scenes.
I'm thinking that's the later half.
Chris-
Like
yeah,
I
the
see that
Christmas.
episode 5 through 10.
Yeah.
Where we get some of the Marcy stuff, because the synopses we're talking about now are just episodes 1 through 5, and we'll probably most likely get episode synopsis 6 through 10 right around episode 4 or 5, if I'm not mistaken. Most likely.
yeah. When the November scheduling comes out.
Yeah.
So I guess we can talk about, like, is there anything else you guys want to talk about fixing Frobo?
No.
Okay.
I guess.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry. I'm just still trying to rack my head around how this could all be done in one episode. Like, when could they properly introduce these mechanics, and then have Polly try to rebuild Frobo, and then have whatever happens with Hop Hop, Anne, and Sprig, and I'm just gonna assume Frobo goes rogue because it looks like I think you mentioned this before. There's a bunch of his parts all over the ground, like the washing machine, the call. I think you said the call. Let me just look over the.
Like, it looks like
Let me
he
just look over that
exploded
again.
and left a crater.
Oh yeah, that's probably what happened. Yeah, we even have like his limb here too. We have his limb. We have, we have like the.
Oh, the original
What's it called?
arm.
Like, yeah.
Is that his
think
original
that's-
arm or just like the
I
one
think like
Polly
part of
made?
it. Hmm.
Well,
I think it's a part of his arm because it's missing like the palm, right? Like it's missing. Yeah, it's missing the palm. Yeah, I think you're right about that. I mean, there has to be an explanation for why there's a giant hole here, but like the other question is like, what's going on with that? I'm guessing they're just exhausted. I'm guessing it's just because like the night drivers did it themselves, right? Like when Polly and Spray pulled an all-nighter, it's like they were drunk, even so they're just sleepy. So I'm thinking that this is probably gonna be the same case right here.
right. So I think we can talk about, I guess, the final uh, description we have is Anne-sterminator, where a dangerous enemy finally locates Anne and the planners. And like, I guess our first thought would be that Frobot, but then like,
Which one?
oh, like the lanky one,
The lanky one?
yeah, the
Yeah.
long-armed one, and
Like in the intro where they were chasing in like that alleyway.
right. Oh man, yeah, that too. But like, and you guys know that like my theory is that like all of that Frobot stuff happens in like the first episode. But then if I'm wrong about that, then it would probably happen like Anne-sterminator, I guess. But I know someone brought up that maybe it's like the FBI, like finding out about like where Anne lives. And then we get like the whole hop hop plot. Like not hop hop plot, like hop up in the cart and then like the scientist thing. But I just think that like Frobo, like they showed us so much of like lanky Frobo that maybe he's like from like a longer episode such as the new normal, or like why would they show like all of those scenes
We
from
did see him a lot.
Yeah, we saw him a lot. Like, is that all gonna be like in Anne-sterminator if he shows up for the first time? Because like
I
it feels
mean, remember
oh I know
in season 2 the factory.
yeah, the
how
factory
the
they
robos
did.
are made.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
also the
Ooh.
question whether or not like this robot is like a one of a kind thing or just like one of many. But then the self repair thing is what really like
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's where it really. Yeah, that
Because we
was
see him with
that-
different parts. We see him with different parts on him. I think one of them was like, what was it, like a whacker, like a blade, a garden tool or something like that.
it was a basically like a circular saw as like the wheel, and then it had like a crane arm, and it was using a rivet gun as like a blaster.
Right.
Or actually, I shouldn't say blaster. It's just using a rivet gun like a gun.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then I'm guessing Mr. Boonchoi is driving that.
And running him over. Yes.
I mean, I think some people have gone over the possibility that. I mean, wait, didn't you mention it? Because I know some people have gone over the possibility that Anne-sterminator could also be the proper introduction to the FBI. Like this could be where they, instead of just being passive, instead of just being passive and just waiting for them to screw up. Like this could be with the FBI. They just decide they're just going to go for it and try to like, I don't know what to say, like shut them down or something. I don't
Right,
know,
because
but
it could bring up that like all these like events are happening around Anne. So like all these like robot attacks.
ooh, yeah, because they know, yeah, they always happen when Anne and her family is around. Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
And then maybe after like is the okay, Temple Frogs happens after Thai Feud. I guess Thai Feud could be like they hear something. Actually, wait, no. Why would the FBI interfere with? Oh, okay, unless the new normal like has like a Frobot fight, the FBI investigate by like having a like by competing against the Boon Choys basically to see what they're capable of. And then like Temple Frogs is like another instance, and then like Anne-sterminator is when the FBI makes their move.
Yeah, that's when they're slowly collecting data on them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, yeah, because it's just a description that just throws me off because it's just I know some. I mean, yeah, some people said it could be Frobot, but like I also just have the question. I mean, the description says a dangerous enemy finally locates Anne and the planters, like someone who's been looking for them finally, finally hunts them down. But like, it'd be kind of weird because like we've already seen multiple Frobo encounters before then, so I don't know. I'm thinking like this could probably be where the FBI finally Well, then again, I mean, would it really be that hard for the FBI to find out where Anne lives? I mean, they can't. Their food. I mean, they could easily just like track the food truck going. I mean, yeah, going back home or going back to their home or something. So, I'm just not. I'm just not sure at this point. It could be the frog show just messing with us. I mean, they could totally just introduce. They could totally just introduce the Doctor Octopus guy and just just make it because he collected one of the Frobo parts, right? They could very easily just mess with us and just make it so it's the Doctor Octopus guy. I can see them pulling that.
But then like it I get the vibe where like when Sprig is facing off against Doc Ock, like that seems more like a Sprig oriented episode. Where like the conflict is on like Sprig looking like a comic book hero. And then like it has like that shot has like I forgot the name of the dots where it's like the comic book panels like would have like this kind of like those kind of like dot structure in the background. So it's like it's setting up a comic book vibe centered around Sprig. So like I'm not sure why they'd call a Sprig focused episode like Anne-sterminator.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah, but they're really. It's just the wording like finally locates Anne the planners.
Yeah,
But like we've
it's
all of us have like kind of like agreed that like the Frobots would show up earlier.
yeah. That's what makes it really weird here because even if it was the FBI, like would it really? I mean, we're talking about the American government here. Would it really be hard for them to track down people? Like I'm pretty sure they know where Anne and her family lives day one. Especially if they somehow linked it. I mean, no, okay, wait, because we don't fully because we don't really have that many FBI encounters until we see Anne and the blue-haired girl kicking in the door. So yeah, maybe I think you already mentioned this, but yeah, maybe the FBI could slowly be collecting clues. The family left behind, and then they finally make their way to the Boon Choys, or the planters, like you said. But at the same time, though, I mean, we already have an idea that they're trying to sort of test them in Thai Feud. It's no, yeah, maybe there's I don't know. Damn, I don't know. I'm trying to rack my head around all this.
Yeah.
I don't have any answers.
It could be anything at this point, to be honest. That we haven't said yet.
Yeah. I guess we pretty much covered like everything in the promo. That was mostly like whatever episodes were in October.
And we tied in the episode synopsis with the trailer.
Yeah, so I think
Oh.
I think we've covered like 2 weeks ago we covered whatever we didn't say here, like
Yeah.
probably like all of the Yuna and Olivia stuff.
Right. That will probably happen in the second season 3A half. Most likely. But who knows?
I just thought it was interesting that in that Lightbox trailer we had
Yeah.
Andreas talking to Marcy, but then in this case we just got Marcy without Andreas.
Yeah, I did notice that.
Oh yeah, I read about that.
Like that could have been an editing choice because like maybe they had to like cut out that scene. So then like having Andreas like talk for like a split second wouldn't be that it wouldn't be that like it wouldn't work as well in this version of the trailer, so then they just showed Marcy instead.
Yeah.
And I think they also cut off a part of Marcy's flashback too.
Yeah, they did that as well.
Yeah, but they did a different view.
Yeah, it's just a shot of her looking out towards Utopia, but we don't get. Yeah, we don't see like Olivia standing by Marcy here. So yeah, they trimmed it down a bit. Dang.
And then oh, we didn't talk about the actually no, we did talk about it. The Christmas theme.
Oh yeah, the
clip.
Oh, actually, yeah.
Because of like we got an HD version of the trailer, like you can see like Anne and the planners are like standing in front of the Christmas tree with that giant foot stepping down.
Yeah, I think someone even mentioned that you could see. Yeah, you can almost make out Mrs. Boonchoy there too. You can almost just see her there. So I'm thinking, but dang, that's the thing. If this Christmas special is canon, that really does beg the question: how long are they going to be on Earth for? Because maybe we could be seeing if they're then that implies like they're either going to do a time skip or actually leave her there for a long time. Because, well, I mean, okay, those are the same thing. But like, you know what I'm getting at here? Like, damn.
Yeah.
Because we're in the summer right now. Like, just based off like I've seen people like like do the works for that, and they found out that yeah, we're in the summer right now. So just think about that.
Wait, how do we know? How do we know season 3 is in the summer? Just because
it could be in the spring.
because
at the beginning of season 2, it was. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they said it was spring, right? I mean, we had hints of the fact that it was spring. I mean, we just went for winter.
I mean, we know Amphibia and Earth are like 1-to-1 time, but like, do we think the seasons are the same?
I mean, they were pretty fast winter, if I'm being honest. It was like a day, but that's a good question, honestly, because
like I have no idea how like hot or cold LA gets in the winter. Like I doubt like do people don't probably can't go to the beach in December.
I guess.
Yeah, but the season 3 intro has
Maybe that's like happening in like October, where it's not too.
I don't know because
it's not too cold.
Because from season 1, from all the flashbacks we got, it showed that they're in the middle of a school year. I'm thinking.
So it's probably fall.
I'm just thinking at the beginning of season 1, it was fall, like late fall. That explains how we got that explains how we got the winter so fast. Then season 2 starts with spring, right? Like they're about 3 months in. I'm pretty sure we get hints of spring there, right? We have like flowers blossoming. I don't know. I just remember there being hints of spring.
I'm checking the average temperature of LA online.
Yeah, we got to figure this out.
We're focusing on weather now. Wow. First clothes, then frogs, then
So, like-
Frobo frogs, and now weather.
So the average temperature of LA in December, like the average high is 19.7, which is pretty warm for me.
That's Celsius.
Yeah,
Is that-
I'm
yeah,
talking about
Celsius or
Celsius. Oh,
Fahrenheit?
okay, for Nick and I guess Pixels. You, right? I'm not I'm not Fahrenheit here.
So you said it's 19 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, so 67
Yeah,
Fahrenheit.
Yeah. So it's about 66 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, I guess that's still sort of.
But then like
Still so warm.
October, November, it's like 26, 22. Sorry, I
So
should say 78 and 73.
So it's summer. Oh, God. Jesus, man.
Oh right, yeah, like Pixels, we're in like a similar region, so yeah, this is
Like
warm for us.
I live in the East Coast, so like that's pretty warm. It's not like in the winter where it's like 28 degrees. So it's
Damn,
okay.
it's in the 70s in October, November in LA.
Same thing for Florida too, I think, since they live
What
close
the hell? Damn,
near the equator.
damn. That's why they don't see winter. Holy shit. So that's why they don't get snow.
Oh,
Damn.
Chuck is in the chat, and he's from LA, and
Yeah.
according to
Yeah,
him,
Chuck.
September
Alright,
he's our
Chuck.
he has to be our expert on the climate. So September.
September is the hottest month. What the hell is wrong with LA?
So it could be possible that like the girls got transported at the beginning of the year, or like maybe in like March, and then they're coming back in the fall. Or sorry, not them, just Anne. It's coming
And
back in the
it's
fall,
not
and then
them.
you could have the planners on Earth for like maybe a month or two, and then have December come by.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I can
Makes
see that.
sense.
And then there's also the case of maybe like the show just doesn't want to cover this.
Yeah, just nah, you guys just figure it out on your own.
They'll just tell us,
Our
okay, it's
story.
Christmas. That's it.
It's
And I,
Christmas.
And then like
and
the
I
week
guess we
after,
also have
like
to ask, like, what the hell are they sending after them? I mean, Jesus, its foot was giant enough to crush a car.
He has
Like,
that size.
like,
has that
it is
size.
gigantic.
He
It
has
is
that
what is
size 798 boy. Whew.
yeah. Whatever's coming after it is gigantic.
Yeah.
yeah, and I feel like with the show, I don't if this episode was like non-canon, would they like do something of this scale?
Yeah, that's what I'm like thinking here too. Like, would they do something as crazy as this?
And
I
I
think
still,
this one's gonna be canon.
yeah, I think it's gonna be canon. I feel like those like things wrapped around the foot are like Frobo arms, and like a Frobo's controlling it.
Ooh, okay, yeah, I can see that. I can
Like
see that.
maybe like a Frobot is controlling like just this giant like Santa prop. But then with the way that the foot's able to like smash the car, maybe it's like a. I don't want to say it's a parade flow because it wouldn't have that like that power.
Yeah.
It just looks like the way that those lines are strapped around the foot. That doesn't look like natural. It doesn't look like part of the design.
Hmm. I'm going with what you said. I think it makes sense.
Mm.
This is the only I guess it's I guess this is the only Christmas shot we have as well. We don't have anything else to go off of.
Yeah, so I think it's time to talk about you know what.
What?
Oh man.
So we had the light. We had the light.
I don't want to talk about it, man.
We had the Lightbox trailer, and then we had like the official release of this trail of the season 3 trailer where we get that shot of LA at night, and then it fades to black, and then you have this voice saying, like, what was the quote? I don't want to play the audio.
I don't want to repeat the quote, Nick, you repeat the quote.
What even was the quote? Isn't that time to say goodbye to your little friends?
Oh, we have
Your
Or
childhood
subtitles.
or childhood friends?
Childhood friends.
Yeah, don't you think it's time to say goodbye to those childhood friends of yours? And then we get this shot of Marcy being
Yeah.
just like jerking into her seat, like
Thank
it
you,
looks
Chuck.
like she's a puppet being like forced to sit up, and then she has this helmet on, and then
It's a
all the
marionette.
all the eyes show up, and then like creepy jump scare of her smiling. And yeah, that's
The fan was right all along.
yeah, we got we're getting possessed Marcy then.
I was
Yeah,
sad.
I'm still taking it all in. I'm still taking it all in. If I'm being
Yeah.
honest, I did not expect it. I did not expect it. I thought maybe we were grasping at straws here, but
I want to say
Yeah.
something before I head out to go to bed.
Oh, go ahead, Pixels.
Yes, we all don't want it, but we talked about like off the podcast. It would make sense for Marcy's character. We just don't want her in the whole chamber, the whole third season till the end. It would make it makes a lot of sense because they have the official name, right? The Night or something like that. We don't know yet. Maybe we'll figure out. But I'm kind of looking forward to this,
I am.
and I'm saying that with very. It's like I'm scared but happy at the same time because I kind of like when we see stuff like this. It's like a Bill Cipher from Gravity Falls.
Yeah, but it
Like,
seems like the night is not as like like humorous.
yeah, he has a very serious tone. It's not like Andrea's. It's like Kid Cosmic with Erodius and Phantos. They're like two different personalities.
Yeah.
Mm. Oh, that was yeah. All right. I'll see you guys later. Good night, audience.
See you,
Hope
Pixels.
you
see
enjoyed.
pixels.
So,
Bye.
Nick, I think you already kind of gave your thoughts on Possessed Marcy.
I'm if I'm being honest, I am very again like the show has both surprised and like it's very impressed me here today because they somehow made this possession look 10 times more unsettling compared to the fan art we got. I was like both shocked and disturbed when I saw this for the first time. It's just she's clearly. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't have any like thoughts I can form about this. I don't have any like. We just have that one shot of possessed Marcy right here, but I don't know. I don't know what to say. They did a damn good job. Like I don't want to take that away from them. They did an amazing job right here. And also, I am interested in seeing like where this goes. But damn, it's a lot to take in. It's a lot to take in one day.
Yeah, I'm happy that I'm kind of happy that we're getting this now, because if we got this Possessed Marcy like in the 3B trailer, then I'd be worried. Okay, like, is there gonna be enough time for like
Oh damn, that's a good point.
for Marcy to like, I guess, have another like a proper conversation with the rest of the girls about like everything that's happened.
yeah.
But like having this having this scene in 3A makes me feel confident that like the crew knows, like they know how to like properly like pace this out.
Yeah, because I think if there's I think this possession, it's definitely going to do two things. It's going to let us know more about the night, and it's going to give us more lore and Amphibia. But it's also, I think they know what they're doing. They hands down, this possession subplot. It's still probably going to do wonders for Marcy's character. I do think this is still going to somehow push Marcy forward by
pushing her down first. That's how I'm thinking it's gonna go. Sort of like a spring. It's like a spring. You're gonna compress it, and it's gonna shoot back up. I'm thinking that's what's going to be happening over the night.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it.
So I'm thinking it's gonna go down like that. I still have faith. I still have faith they know what they're doing. I don't think they're going to be crazy and just let this whole subplot take up the whole season. I think it's more to show what the Knight's just capable of and just how terrifying of an enemy he is.
Yeah, and
I mean, it's also. Oh, go ahead.
And yeah, like just by having the Knight controlling Marcy, like we know we're probably gonna maybe get a conversation between the two of them, and then wherever that conversation happens, maybe it's like within the mind, like that lets the writers like maybe do more creative stuff on like showing how the Knight became what it is.
Yeah, plus I mean, I think it's still going to give us. I know some people were worried about Marcy's presence in the season, but I still believe like since the Knight's going to be having conversations with her, that's going to give her a chance to still appear, to still talk, to still develop potentially, to still, yeah. And Christ, like no, I was about to make it. I was about to make a terrible joke about how the Knight's going to be her companion. You know how everyone's been begging for Marcy to have a companion. Well, I guess you can have the Knight, but that's a terrible joke, and I'm sorry to Marcy. But I don't know. I don't know what to speculate here because I also have to ask, like, what does he want with her? I mean, she's already been stripped of her powers. I mean, does he plan to reconnect to it and use it? Or I'm not sure here. Plus, it also looks like she's sitting. I mean, they're sitting down on a throne too.
Yeah, that's.
I'm not sure what the takeaway here. Honestly, I mean, all I know is the possession's going on, but I don't know their plans right now. I mean, clearly, like, yeah, the Knight, he's here to. I mean, I don't even know what Andrews is thinking himself because
Andrews Andrews just wants to take over Earth.
Yeah, and then it's like, what does the Knight want, though? I mean, does the Knight... Because, I mean, based off the prophecy, I mean, it just feels like the Knight's more like... I think the Knight just... Doesn't he just want to destroy worlds? Like, literally just end them? Like, it's just... Yeah, Chuck's asking a good question. Is this even the Knight, though? Imagine this isn't the Knight. There's no way. Imagine it wasn't the Knight. But... Yeah, I'm just not sure. Like, what does the Knight want? Like, and how does Marcy help them achieve that? There's just like a lot of questions here.
And like, if we're saying that the Knight and whatever the creature in the basement, the creature in the Andrews's basement are the same entity, like, why would he? The prophecy, like everything we've seen from the title card, like that tapestry thing of that monster being in opposition to the gems. Why would it want to connect to one of like the gem users?
Yeah, because because the prophecy holders. I mean, they're the ones who are specifically here to destroy him. So you just have to ask the question, like, why would you even want to bother being around them? It's, I don't know. I mean, Amphibia's doing it again, right? Like, I feel like it answers our questions, like, oh, what's going to happen to Marcy after True Colors? She gets possessed, but now we have several new questions, like, why would the Knight even want to possess her in the first place? Like, what is the Knight's relationship with Andrews? I also have to ask, like, how is Andrews feeling about this? Like, his protege is now being possessed by his master. Like, where does that put him? Like, how does Andrews feel about this himself?
And also, it's really interesting to see how in the season 3 trailer, like, we get less of him in this one than we do in the Lightbox one. Like, they're not showing, like, we get his fingers, like when he's when he's teleporting that new Frobo, but like they don't show him at all in this trailer, which means like when he shows up, like he's probably gonna like have a lot of information for us, which they can't show in these trailers because it's like too spoilery.
Yeah. There's just a lot to think on here, honestly. It just begs the question, though. Like, could this have been? Did they plan for something like this for Anna and Sasha, or? I just don't know anymore. Like, I think you know what? I think we'll get our answers to those questions pretty quickly. But like, damn, it's just the anticipation right now. It's killing me.
Yeah, and there's also the talk about that scene where Olivia and Union are like pulling Marcy out, and she has like that same armor on. Is this like a successful or a failed attempt to get Marcy out?
I would love it to be successful to escape, but like
I think it's gonna fail.
it's really feeling like a failure. It looks like they're going to get close, but then they're going to be stopped because it looks like someone turns on some stoplight or something that just freezes them in their tracks. I'm thinking that's just what's happening here. They won't be able to get away with Marcy. And I know some people might think like, oh, what's the point of all this if they're just going to tease us? I think that episode, just based off of what we see or from what we saw, it's probably more. It's going to be heavily focused on Una and Olivia. So I think it's going to develop those two individually and their relationship. So I think there's that, but ultimately they are not going to be able to get away with Marcy.
And it's also going to be like another perspective of the story that's happening on Amphibia without because all of our main characters really might not be in the center. Other than Marcy, none of the characters we've encountered before are at the center of the action.
That's
like
true.
Sasha's in Wartwood, Anne's on Earth, so at least like we have Una and Olivia who are like kind of in this in between, where they're probably like inside the castle, just like staying in hiding.
Yeah, I was thinking about that actually. Like, it's going to be very. Thinking right now. I'm thinking right now from the get go. I think the season's just going to be focusing on telling like lighter stories, and then because I'm just thinking it would be like very jarring for us to go from like an Earth episode of Anne's dad teaches her how to drive to Marcy gets possessed by the night. I'm thinking just based on like episode structure here. Like they're going to slowly up the scale of whatever adventures are going on, whatever adventures they're having on Earth to help match with like the very dark storytelling that's going on with Marcy. So I'm thinking like, yeah, they really are saving this. I think they're saving any episode that has to do with Marcy for like, I'm going to say like a deep way into season 3A, like around maybe episode 7 or 8 or something. I think that's when we'll finally get our attention and fun.
It'll be hilarious if like the new normal, the plot of the new normal ends like maybe 16 minutes in, and then the last like 4 minutes are just like all the Una and Olivia stuff, and then like all the Marcy stuff.
Damn. Oh. Could they? Do you think they could squeeze it down into those last 6 minutes?
Maybe. Nah, I don't think that's the case. I think
they probably wouldn't risk it.
I guess we pretty much covered everything now, I think.
Yeah, do you want to talk about the design of I don't even know what to call it, like the armor?
Say the name, like you were helping me pronounce that name.
Axolotl.
Axolotl.
Yeah, axolotl.
Axolotl.
Like I'm not sure what they think here. It looks like the head of an axolotl. Then we have the nice multiple eyes peering out of the helmet, and then we have like the location of the chest wound. It has its own eye peeking out too. I don't know. This is just. I just have one word for this. It's violating. This whole thing feels violent. Like they're taking the body of a 13-year-old girl and manipulating it into this horrific being right here. Like it's Marcy Wu underneath all of that. Christ, like, yeah, I don't know. This is creepy as hell.
And then a lot of the temple imagery have Exotl around them. But,
yeah. Because I think a lot of people mentioned that, right? The first, second, third temple, they all had like axolotls just like hidden around them. Okay, you're right about that.
Is that connected, or is that just imagery for imagery's sake?
Imagine that though, because I mean, is Wally the no, not Wally? So is Loggle the only? Isn't he the only axolotl we've seen throughout the entire series?
No, like I think Gertie is also Exotl.
Oh, is she?
I think.
I should have paid. See, I can't even tell these I can't even tell these amphibious species apart sometimes. So let me just look her up. Gertie. Honestly, I'm not even sure what to think here anymore. Like, there's just so many questions to ask. Like, what went behind their designs? Christ, like what do they want to do with her? Like, I don't know. I wish I was better at bringing. I mean, the best I can do is just focus on how the characters are doing. Honestly, I can't give much more. Honestly, here.
Like I'm happy that since the sneak peek is in HD, like there are a few more details we can like make out.
That's true, especially especially like the Christmas one. We couldn't we couldn't see them on the float before, but now I can.
What I don't get is like that the Calamity Box, like the pedestal that transfers the power. Like, why isn't that closer to like the throne? Because like I'm guessing, imagine like Andrews is just sitting in his throne, and then if he wants to do something, he has to just like get up and walk over
Yeah, he has to
and
go stand
press
up.
the buttons.
It kind of is, yeah. It kind of is an odd placement for you. Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah.
I really love that HD shot we get with like the Frobos guarding the castle.
Yeah, damn, it's really nice to be able to look at this trailer in HD. Jeez. Especially since we spent like multiple weeks of it what was it, around like 480 or something? How might even lower than that? Dang. Yeah, Amphibia just looks so dangerous now. Like before, Earth just used to be this dull, like lifeless environment, but now like sure, Amphibia still feels lively, but it also just feels so grim, dark, and just dangerous. Like, I genuinely feel bad for everyone still on Amphibia. I genuinely feel bad for them.
Yeah, hopefully.
Especially Sasha and Marcy, jeez.
Yeah, I'm wondering, are we gonna get one more Sasha episode before the end of season 3A? Like, I hope so.
I just think back on what I said before of how they're going to handle the storytelling here because it looked. I think we will. I think we definitely will. I mean, how I could see is maybe we can get like 2 or 3 segments in season 3, in second half of season 3A because just based off how they're trying to handle the storytelling here, I feel like they don't want to make it feel too jarring because just imagine trying to balance a normal lighthearted Earth episode with like everything that's going down with Mars. I think they need to slowly escalate the storytelling to like not around true colors, but clearly get us somewhere where it doesn't feel weird to suddenly go from Earth to Amphibia, right? Like they want us to get to some. I think they want to find some kind of balance between the two. So I'm thinking, yeah, they might ramp up. They might start ramping up the amount of Sasha and Marcy episodes right around the later half of season 3A.
Yeah, because I think once we reach the start of 3B, I think it's going to be just. I think the end of 3A is going to end off with. Oh wait, we have the holiday special too. So I don't know.
Yeah, like
I
the
don't know if
holiday
we're getting.
special, it caps it off.
And like, imagine they end on like a really heavy note for like the mid-season finale, and then we just go into the holiday special.
Yeah. Oh, damn! I didn't even think about that.
And like, I don't think they'd want to make the holiday special like a really like plot heavy. Like maybe it could have like elements of the plot, but like
Yeah,
they
now I'm just thinking like,
they'd want the holiday special to be at least like somewhat standalone.
yeah, how is the holiday special gonna work given everything? Because it's like, jeez.
Unless the
Because
crew wants to have like the holiday special be like an absolutely like critical episode to the plot, and Disney allows that, then of course like all bets are off.
I'm just not sure anymore at this point because it's like, because the holiday special just shows that that I guess a substantial amount of time has passed since they got to Earth, but at the same time, I mean, it could just be another shut-in situation, right? But it would just feel so odd to do something like that where they're on Earth and have such a big threat come after them. I mean, honestly, I'm just not sure what to think about the holiday special.
Yeah, I think we've covered pretty much everything. So like I know next week we'll just be like fully into the season. I mean,
Thankfully, we're gonna figure out whether or not the like. What was your theory about the trench coats again? I'm saying no Earth exploration. There's gonna be no Earth exploration here. I'm telling you, Tom.
we'll see. We will see who will serve and who will get served.
Just watch. I'm gonna be right about this. It just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense.
Okay, so I think we'll call it a night. We had a
Yeah.
so we were able to talk about this for like almost 2 hours.
That's good enough time. I feel like honestly, if we didn't already see all that trailer footage, we probably could have like pushed us to be even longer. But
Yeah,
I feel like again, this
it
is
would have
better this
lasted
way, I
a lot
guess.
longer.
Yeah.
Because I think last recording we had like 3 hours.
Yeah, it was almost 3 hours, nearly 3 hours.
Yeah, so yeah, I think this is a good time to
Yeah.
wrap things up. Thanks for coming on, Nick, and
Yeah, you're welcome.
I'll see you next week.
Yeah, I'm gonna be here like for every episode, basically.
Nice. All right, and with that concludes this week's episode of the Wartwood Gazette podcast. I'll see you guys next week. Say good night or goodbye.
Night.
All right, see you guys.